Most people over 50 think that the post-dinner brick in their stomach is just a normal part of getting older. You eat a healthy meal, and 30 minutes later, you're unbuttoning your pants, wondering why you feel like you've swallowed a lead weight. Here's what most people don't realize. After age 50, your digestive biology doesn't just slow down, it fundamentally rewires itself. The stomach acid that used to dissolve anything you threw at it starts to dry up, and the rhythmic muscles that move food along begin to go dormant. You've probably heard that garlic and ginger are the holy grail of natural health. They're sitting in your pantry right now. But there is a massive scientific catch. If you choose the wrong one for your specific gut type, you might actually be feeding the very bacteria that are making you miserable. Today, we're looking at the hard science. We're putting garlic and ginger head to head to see which one truly deserves a spot in your daily routine if you want to optimize your gut for the second half of your life. Let's talk about garlic. While most people see it as a seasoning, researchers at Stanford University see it as a sophisticated biological tool. Stanford's Department of Microbiology recently highlighted that the diversity of our gut microbiome, the trillions of bacteria living inside you, is the single greatest predictor of how fast you age. They found that specific fibers are VIP food for these bacteria. Garlic is packed with a very specific prebiotic called inulin. Here's how it works in your body. Inulin is a non-digestible fiber, meaning your human enzymes can't break it down. It travels untouched through your stomach and small intestine until it hits your colon. There, your beneficial bacteria, specifically bifidobacteria, feast on it. This fermentation process produces butyrate, a short-chain fatty acid. If your body isn't producing enough butyrate, your gut lining becomes thin and leaky. This is why many people in their 50s suddenly develop brain fog or joint pain after eating certain foods. By using garlic to fuel butyrate production, you are essentially weatherproofing your gut wall. However, if you feel instant gas after eating garlic, it's a sign of SIBO, small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. In that case, garlic is the last thing you want. If garlic is the architect building the walls, ginger is the foreman keeping the assembly line moving. A landmark study published in the World Journal of Gastroenterology looked at gastric emptying times, the speed at which food leaves your stomach. They discovered that ginger can accelerate this process by nearly 50% in people suffering from chronic indigestion. Ginger contains two powerful bioactives, gingerols and shogols. When these hit your digestive tract, they stimulate the migrating motor complex, MMC. Think of the MMC as your gut's internal broom. It triggers wave-like muscle contractions that sweep food debris and bacteria out of the small intestine and into the colon. As we cross the age 50 threshold, our MMC naturally becomes sluggish. When food sits in your stomach too long, it begins to putrefy and ferment. This produces the gas that leads to acid reflux and that perpetually full feeling. Ginger restarts the engine, ensuring food moves through before it has a chance to cause trouble. Beyond just moving food, we have to address the silent fire inside your GI tract. A study from Harvard Medical School suggests that inflammaging, the chronic low-grade inflammation that increases as we age, is the primary driver of digestive decline. Garlic contains allicin, which inhibits the signaling pathways that tell your body to create inflammation. Ginger, on the other hand, is a natural COX-2 inhibitor. This is the exact same pathway that pharmaceutical anti-inflammatories like ibuprofen target. By lowering the heat in your gut, you allow your body to actually absorb the nutrients you're paying for. If your gut is inflamed, you could be eating organic kale and wild salmon, but your cells are essentially starving because the absorption gates are locked shut. Using these two pieces together unlocks those gates. So, who wins the battle? To decide, you need to identify your digestive archetype. The slow-mo gut. If you feel heavy, get reflux, or feel like food sits in your stomach for hours, ginger is your winner. You need motility. The weak gut. If you get sick easily, have food sensitivities, or have taken a lot of antibiotics in the past, garlic is your winner. You need to rebuild the microbiome. The most effective way to use these isn't choosing one, it's synergy. Research suggests that ginger acts as a bioenhancer for garlic. It speeds up the transit of garlic sulfur compounds into your bloodstream, making them more bioavailable while preventing the garlic from sitting in the stomach long enough to cause weight-cut, garlic breath, or bloating. We've decoded the science. Now let's look at the application. Starting tonight, try this digestive primer. 20 minutes before your largest meal, take a 1-inch piece of fresh ginger, slice it thin, and steep it in hot water. Drink this warm. This wakes up your enzymes and primes the internal broom. Then, with your meal, include 1 clove of garlic that has been crushed and allowed to sit for 10 minutes. This activation time is crucial for the Allicin. Watch how your body responds over the next 24 hours. Most people report a significant reduction in evening bloating almost immediately. If this insight changed how you look at your spice cabinet, hit the like button so we can reach more people who are struggling with their digestive health. Share this with someone who needs to hear the truth about gut health after 50, and to join our community of health decoders and never miss a biological breakthrough. Make sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching. Let's keep decoding the science of longevity together. I'll see you in the next video.